Hi, guys. Welcome to
Hello.
the Gig Economy Podcast. I already want to stab Jesper in the throat. It's 2024. He always likes to interrupt me. I hate him so much. Just kidding. Hey, if you're on Instagram, we're streaming live on Instagram right now. It's a new thing, and we have no one watching us.
How do you even do that?
Through our fancy, chancy StreamYard app.
Something.
So I know I don't post a lot on Instagram, but what the fuck? One more place. Although we are not streaming on Twitch tonight.
You were the first one who dropped the F-bomb, huh?
Did I? Did I already drop it?
Just did it. So
Jiminy Cricket. I'm
Jiminy
sorry.
Cricket.
The 2024 F-bomb.
So it is good to be back. Thank you so much for letting us take a hopefully well-deserved break. And we hope that everybody had an awesome Christmas break and at least while driving a little bit or doing some gig work, I can say I did not at all do any gig work. How about gig work?
Jesper's drunk already. 2024 first show. I did a little gig work. I did not go out and work on New Year's Eve. I wasn't feeling it, and you got to be in the mood if you're going to deal with drunks, that. And so I decided to do food delivery the next day, and I did okay. I did like $300 in like 7 hours. No, I didn't do 7 hours straight. I did like 4 in the morning and like 3 at night or vice versa. I can't remember. So I did okay. I did some off and on gig work here and there, but I didn't do any ride share while I was off.
This was the first time, I think, in 5 or 6 years I did not drive New Year's Eve.
Yeah, no, because you didn't drive during COVID. Everyone forgets about COVID.
Yes, not including COVID.
Yeah, no, everyone forgets about that. So you had you basically probably went 4 years and then off 2 years for COVID. Then you drove maybe
1 or 2 years.
1 or 2 years, yeah. So
you are correct.
So, well, I'm glad you had the opportunity to spend time with family, as this is what you should do.
Yeah.
So tell us about this website, this Fangle Dangle internet thing that you created.
Fangle Dangle internet thing, gigeconomypodcast.com or Gig Economy Show. Well, yeah, gigeconomy-podcast.com.
Yep.
gigeconomyshow.com. So you can go there and you can look at all the latest news.
Yep.
And you can look and you can listen to the podcast.
Yep.
And
you should download the podcast.
Yes,
subscribe to it.
Yep. And you can sign up for the newsletter.
All right. Patreon members: Larry, Samson, Steve, Bud, Omar, Delivery Cats, Jamie, Frank, Joe, Nate, John, and our newest Patreon subscriber, Tom from Chicago. Tom has been, he's been involved with the podcast for a long time. So I'm glad he finally became a Patreon member. It means a lot that it took us 4 years to earn his trust.
Just thank you everybody for your support.
Of course,
it means a ton.
It does. It's amazing when people want to spend their hard-earned money on us stupid asses.
Yes,
that actually means a lot.
And as you all know, it is not free to run this show.
Hell no. I mean, just the beer budget alone is outrageous. So if you want to join to support us and buy us beer, go to patreon.com, search the Gig Econ Podcast, or just go to patreon.com/ Go to patreon.com/the Gig Econ Podcast, or just search the Gig Economy Podcast. Sorry, first time back in a while, so I'm not used to rattling this shit off.
And since you did that, but I'll talk about the next one. Then when you're done with that, you go to the App Store and you download Telegram. And then when you download and install Telegram on your phone,
is that what you do? Is on your phone? Can we do it on actual phones that we used to use in the 70s? Can somehow we?
No,
okay.
You can't do it on your rotary.
There's no way to patch into Telegram?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
That's right.
They do have a desktop app on your computer.
That's true.
So they do have that. But no, you download the app on your phone.
Yeah.
And then you go into the show notes here in this app, and you click on the link and you join the group in the show notes, and then you can be part of the talk.
Part of the family. So yeah, in that group, we talk gig work, we talk just life in general, all kinds of great stuff. So join the group. All right, gig economy in the news. I'm going to try to do justice to this, but obviously in the news right now, it's the new Biden era rule. That's what they call it. It says a new Labor Department rule out this week aims to make it easier for millions of low-wage workers to get employee benefits and other protections. What I don't like about that, because this bill isn't set up, it's set up to be an employee. Don't talk about protections. The only protections I want is protection from, getting deactivated. But this is going to affect gig workers, janitors, home care workers, construction workers, and truckers, all those people. And honestly, nobody wants that. I don't think anybody wants that as a janitor. I don't think anybody wants that as a home care worker. I think they like to be independent contractors. I think it's important to stay that, because I don't want to be an employee. I don't want to have to deal with extra government bullshit and a boss and not be able to go on when I want. And that's what it boils down to. So I really am not going to do this justice by just reading it, but you can find an article on our website at gigeconomyshow.com. But it's supposed to take effect on March 11. The rule is supposed to be published today. Actually, it was published, so I'm sure there's some new content out on that. But it's basically just making sure that these, as a worker, you have protections like sick time and vacation and stuff like that. But it's like, what is it? 90% of gig workers are part-time anyways.
Right.
So they don't want any of that. I mean, of course I would have wanted. If they're going to give it to me for free, I'm not going to say no.
Right. But it comes with expectations, right?
Exactly.
It comes with changes.
It comes with changes.
Right.
And you're going to be told when you can work, or you're going to be able to go to sign on and be like, sorry.
So let me ask you this. I have not read the article. So, but does this mean that the traditional 1099 status is gone?
I think that's the goal. I think that's their overall goal, is to get rid of that. But it's like, this has been a thing for forever. As far as I can remember, getting into the work world, 1099 has been a thing. I think the gig platforms kind of exploded that independent contractor, but a truly independent contractor would be able to set your own prices, which we've talked about. We're like a hybrid.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yes, we can work when we want. We don't really have anyone else telling us what to do. But like, if you're a drywall contractor, I'm going to come drywall your garage. My price is $2,000. Take it or leave it.
So I don't know if you read that or not. We're not going to talk about it today, but Uber is actually testing that in India.
I believe I did a TikTok on that. Oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention. I am trying to put more content and shorts on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. So join our TikTok. I did a TikTok about that. Yeah, that is interesting. You basically bid your own price,
right?
And there's like a conversation back and forth.
The reasoning is that Uber's biggest competitor in India has that as their biggest.
Oh, okay.
The biggest thing is you can just choose your own price.
Okay, well that's
interesting. That is very interesting. So
I think that in my TikTok I asked, do you think that would be able to work here? Would you like to see that? I guess, as a customer or even as a driver, would you be willing to negotiate? I don't know. The problem is, like, does it get to go back and forth, or is it just like you get to choose one and then?
Why wouldn't it work though? Because the only way they would work is if you would be able to favor drivers. And every night when I'm out driving, I get requests. Hey, can I have you again?
Yeah, I know.
Right. And so now it's a completely different model than what Uber has today.
Yeah.
Now you have regular customers. You can set your own price, all that stuff, and it's
then you're legit an independent contractor,
right?
Like,
but Uber don't want any of that.
No, and they flirted with having the favorite out for a while, or they were testing it, but then it never came to fruition. So,
but I never understood why they didn't want that.
I think it's because, and I know we've said this before on many episodes, because this has always been a topic, is they just don't want any delay. They don't want you waiting for your favorite driver. They want you to fucking get a ride so they can just keep the rides going. They don't want anyone waiting.
But what's it to them if they want to wait?
That's true. If they're opting to wait, that's a good point. Right. It should be fine. If you're opting to wait, yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. They probably they could just see the future and having disgruntled people being fussy, even though they favorited a driver, and like, I don't know. It's just fucking stupid.
I think it's because their algorithm is hurting when they can't control where the drivers are at all times.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And that's what they want. They want control.
Yeah. I mean, all those apps are manipulating to go, like, when you end up getting a ride somewhere or whatever, this isn't, you did choose it. I will give you that. But that app manipulated you to like, well, we're gonna give this, like, I don't know how it does it. It must do it in microseconds, like the movement of all these cars. And every once in a while, I'm sure you pull the wool over their eyes with something that you've done as far as like getting a good ride because it fucked up somehow.
But we also don't know that we're actually getting a fair ride assigned to us.
Well, yeah, for sure.
We don't know anything.
Yeah.
We just know what Uber gives us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we assume that it's fair.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Okay, moving on.
All those things to say that lots of changes in the gig economy.
Yeah.
One of which is that Bird. He's that Bird.
Wow.
Which is a electric scooter company. I was thinking about, did we have that in Grand Rapids or was that the other one?
No, we had Spin and Lime.
It was Spin I was thinking about.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. So Spin, so Bird is another of the electric scooter companies, and they just announced Chapter 11, which is bankruptcy, which is not the same as they be gone. It's
correct.
It's the same
restructure, right?
Restructure, yeah. And which is basically just a way of saying, yeah, I mean, it's kind of a fancy word of staying alive, right?
Yeah. We're out of money. We need to figure this shit out.
Exactly. We don't have to pay back our creditors, but we're going to stay alive. It's kind of a weird way of doing it. But anyway, yes. So Chapter 11 bankruptcy. At one point, they were worth $2.5 billion. With
a B.
And in 2021 they exited the New York Stock Exchange and were worth only $70 million.
Wait, they exited? Like they're off the stock?
They're gone. Yes.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I mean, obviously, if the company goes like under, I can see them leaving. But
so the founder, he left them. So it's kind of confused. So. Where is it here? So things didn't improve and the share price continued to plummet. CEO Randall Sand departed in June, with the company eventually delisted from the New York Stock Exchange in September. Separately, Bird also announced around the layoffs shortly after buying rival Spin for $19 million.
There's a $19. I'm like, fuck, we could have bought them.
So they bought Spin.
Yeah.
And so right now they're going through a Chapter 11, and they're gonna hopefully emerge stronger than ever after getting some money from a company called Apollo Global Management.
It doesn't matter. No one cares.
Nobody cares.
But the point of it is like, do we there's Spin, there's Bird, and there's Lime. These areas like Grand Rapids, right? They trialed both of them and they voted on Lime. So you get a contract like from the city. So I don't know if this is something that is going to be successful if you can't schmooze the city leaders. You know what I mean? It's not like you can just drop the scooters wherever you want.
No.
Which is interesting. I don't know why because they have to work for the city because they have to have like scooter parking. It has to be designated. Right. So obviously you have to work with the city.
Exactly. And there's no doubt that, like, for instance, Grand Rapids, they definitely like Lime.
Well, they had two in and they voted Lime over. There was an article on it.
No, I understand. Yeah. But I'm just saying they like it now because you see that they're all over the place.
Yeah.
But they need to fix the Lime because it's still a huge problem at night.
I don't know what you do though. There's nothing to fix.
No, they do, because here's the thing. I had the discussion with a passenger of mine one night.
Okay.
And there was another metro. I forget where it was, but it was a pretty big city. They turned them off after 10 o'clock.
Oh.
They just stopped working.
Okay. Well, that works.
I think that's an excellent solution.
Wow.
I said, why can't you do that?
Yeah.
I mean, I know they don't want to do it because they don't want to lose their revenue. But guess what? It's nothing but a trouble.
You should shut it off at 10, turn it back on at 2:01, because most cars are off the road by then. And then at least the drunks aren't getting in their car. They're getting on the scooter. You know what I mean? Like the risk of crash. Yeah, they're more drunk, but at least there's less cars. But from like
Then
10.
turn on a 301. At least wait
Well,
to 301.
no, because the drunk's going to get in their car. They're not going to wait an hour. They're going to be like
that
a
is true.
201. They're like, I need a scooter.
I don't want a drunk bastard on a scooter in front of me. That's the problem.
You know, somebody died in Grand Rapids from one of
know.
those. She was drunk too. I mean, she wasn't like a really drunk because
But
people tried to blame her.
Every
and shit.
weekend I saw issues with these people on stupid scooters.
Yeah.
Every weekend.
Yeah. Just real quick, Instagram comment. We have one Instagrammer. I think it's Frank from the group, but I'll take it. He comments, Shift has a favorite shopper option as a customer. Shoppers see, I don't know if it's him or not, or her. I don't know. Is that a woman? I don't know. I'm not even going to get into the sexes. I don't want to get canceled.
I can't see the commenters.
Oh, so you can't see the Instagram one. Instagram comments are actually on Instagram. It's a little clunky. Yes, it's him. Okay, good. I didn't want to get canceled. Shoppers see that a preferred member has placed an order and customers told if preferred shopper accept orders. Yeah, I did know that, but the problem with that, it's really Shipped is like you can't do it now because there's so many preferred shoppers that you just never get decent orders. But anyways, sorry, Frank. I know you have long hair. The icon that I'm looking at is so small I can't even tell who that is. So no offense, my friend.
Of course it's Frank.
Of course. Okay, so the next one is the title says MAGA Karen attacks rider, but we'll watch it. It's 1 minute long, and then we'll kind of talk about it.
So what does MAGA stand for again?
If you don't know what MAGA is, me telling you, I don't know if that's going to make it any better, but it stands for Make America Great Again. If you don't know that, I'm sorry. And I'm not going to get into the politics of it, all of it. But anyways, we're going to play this video. It's a little uncomfortable for the driver, obviously. And then we'll talk about it.
Hello. I call police. I call police.
You.
Hello.
You.
I call police.
Yeah, I can do that.
Hello.
I will fucking rip your face off.
Hello, brother. Brother, I call police. Hello. Hello.
No,
Hello, save me, please.
There's no.
Hello. Hello. Hello, save me, please. Hello, save me, please. Hello.
Mara.
Hello, please.
Mara.
Please, don't leave me. Hello, please, save me. I got you.
America. I will not let him go.
Look. Lucy, let me see you. Look.
You have a camera in your car?
We're good, right? We're good. Nobody saw anything. Not a big deal. You're right. So you're gonna take me home, right?
Oh wow. So
What?
So what do you think about that?
Oh, all kinds of anger. All kinds of anger. I just want to.
Yeah, you want to smack her?
No, him. No. Yes, I want to smack her. I want to smack her so bad.
Well, one thing, man, this always comes off as victim blaming, and I don't want to say that, but I'm like, the driver's like, she's fucking just clock her in the back of the head. He was a big guy too, and he was like freaking out. Maybe he was worried he was going to get arrested, but like, if someone's choking me, I'm going to punch you as hard as I can to get you off me.
But here's the thing, though, too. He's also driving the car, and not everybody thinks clearly in those situations. So
Right.
it's hard.
Well,
And he may not have. It may not even have dawned on her that it was an old woman. I mean, that might not even have been in his mind.
yeah, I don't know. I mean,
it's hard.
yeah.
We
Well,
like to think that we will clock her.
honestly, it kind of looked like she had dementia. The way she was acting, I don't know if it was 100% intentional. I mean, not to say that it's still
No.
wrong, but
Absolutely.
I've seen
Yeah.
people with dementia and Alzheimer's, and it's like they freak out and don't know where they are, and they just do shit like that. I'm not giving an
Her
excuse.
last comment though, you're white, right? You'll take me home.
I think she said you're right. I don't know if she even said. I mean, I'm trying not to defend her. I'm not, but I don't want it. I don't want her to be completely thrown in the trash. But I mean, she has to. Either way, she has to pay for what she did. But I just feel like she had some sort of mental issue.
I hope. I mean, not that I hope that she had mental issues, but I hope that's all it was.
Yeah, I mean,
Ugh.
I do too, but it's
Oh
always
my
just
gosh.
uncomfortable in that. I mean, I've never had that.
Very uncomfortable.
I know, like, oh, I felt bad for like I don't know. He just seemed to be freaking out. Like, I mean, again, I've never been in that situation, so I shouldn't judge him too much. But it's always a scary thing to happen, and I've never had that happen, and I hope it never does. But that's one reason why I just don't want to take passengers, because like you just put yourself at risk every single day.
You do
When you do that. So
yeah.
thankfully, we live in a relatively safe city, but I'm not saying it couldn't happen.
But it's also getting worse though. Grand Rapids is
A
getting
little
worse.
bit, you know. There's been a couple of murders in the last like month, and I'm like, usually they slow down in the wintertime. Like maybe the snow will stop it a little bit. Like summer's usually a shit show. Everyone's out, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, it's not been great. Don't move to Grand Rapids. It's terrible. Don't move to Grand Rapids.
It's really not.
No, it's not terrible.
But it's been, I mean, I've had just even last year after I started driving, there's been a couple of situations there was just a little bit where I never used to be uncomfortable, but there's been a couple of times where I was a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. The last time I think I picked up at the hospital. Remember we talked about it. That guy was like kind of arguing with the security guards. It was late too. And he specifically moved over behind me. Like halfway through the ride, I'm like, oh, here it is. This is where I get jacked. First time for everything. Smile, you're on camera. Anyways, hey, Driven Dad, thanks for showing up. I don't know what's going on tonight. You're literally the only person that's commented. Usually we have a few.
Crazy. 2 people on the thing. Yeah, I don't know. So the next one here, this is kind of interesting. This is talking about I want to say is it a DoorDash?
It's Uber Eats.
It's a Uber Eats, yes. Uber Eats. Okay.
Uber Eats.
Well, that's weird though. But okay.
Why is it weird?
Because it's well, so it says the order is on a bike. I want to say it's on foot. I don't know, but it's a delivery order. It's a food delivery order, and the driver, which I should say the delivery person, so the Reddit says he's on a bike.
Well, there is no walking delivery. Like it's bike or car. There's no.
I understand, but
yeah.
Well, but he could say he's on a car, but still just walking it, right? 181 miles.
No, he said he was on. Why? I think that's photoshopped.
181. So he's 3 hours. 3 hours away.
Is that? I wonder how far this is. I was hoping to look at the mileage, but it doesn't show.
No, I know.
But it's got to be that part has to be a Photoshop, Adobe or whatever.
Adobe
is walking. That part has to be Photoshop.
So I like to comment some of the comments. So
the comments are the best.
Gas for the trip. Dodo is walking. Haha. And then it goes. I appreciate the hustle. And someone says there's no bus on that route.
Someone says they probably signed up as a walker, but they're driving.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. It wouldn't take 3.5 hours to get.
He switched the words. He probably signed up as a walker.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, okay.
So, but then somebody says Uber weight loss edition.
Said okay. So here, Ope says, y'all, because someone asked for an update. Y'all, this was the most bizarre thing. It said the woman was walking and I'd take 3 hours to get here. I'm looking at my phone thinking I was being pranked. I chatted with Uber and got generic answers about the food being on the way. After a while, I asked for a refund. Then I checked my phone, and now the food deliverer is in a car and almost at the house. Naturally, I was confused, but happy my food was closed. Miraculously, I did get my food. However, it was delivered to the wrong address. My next door neighbor's house. Had to walk over and explain. I ordered food at 12 a.m. And oh man, this was at 2:27 a.m. Yeah, they probably got an Uber. They
Right.
probably were walking and got an Uber, but
Yeah,
that's crazy.
it's ridiculous.
That is a long.
Too much.
Someone said, "Laugh my ass off, bro." On a quest at this point, a quest to deliver it.
Yeah.
The comments are the best thing in the world.
Always.
It's my favorite.
Uber weight loss.
Oh, that could be a new setting. That would be great. So this Indian student, I don't know why I don't understand why we as people, like say black person or Indian student, it fucking annoys me. Anyways, a student stranded as Lyft driver flees with $30K worth of luggage. Company CEO reacts. A student was studying at Harvard, found herself stranded in Boston after a Lyft driver abruptly canceled a ride. She was in the car and she asked the driver if she could go back and get her headphones. When she went inside, the driver decided to cancel the ride and drive off. Apparently, she had $30,000 worth of like electronics, documents, and stuff. Like that seems like a lot, but it says she's been actively seeking assistance from Lyft customer service, but unfortunately, crucial driver details remain elusive, compounding the challenges. Equally important is providing necessary ride details, blah, 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 to the Cambridge police. But I'm not sure she ever got it back. But that's the problem when you're dealing with these. Like, this is where you truly become independent, because you cancel a ride and fucking turn off the app unless you've like straight up murder or sexually assaulted somebody or something terrible. It's tough to get prosecuted for that stuff.
Well, yeah, but obviously the person can report to Lyft, and Lyft can now report to the police. So it's not like it's not.
But then
it's
it
not
becomes a
impossible.
civil matter, though.
Well, yeah, of course.
But what I'm saying is, this is where you don't have the back from the company as a customer. They're going to be like,
Right.
sorry, here's his name. You're going to have to go to small claims court.
But would you have left? Would you have done it? Would you have left if you had $30,000 worth of stuff in your car? Would you have left it in the car with the passenger, with the Lyft driver?
I think I would if I was just going like, what $30,000? I mean, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
it's 50-50.
If it's 2 suitcases full of clothes, no, fuck that. I don't care, right?
Well, yeah, but
if I have 2 big laptops or whatnot or whatever, it's like, no, I don't think I would have.
But so if you wanted to get your headphones, you would have pulled all your luggage out, brought it inside, got your headphones, and then pulled it all back down and put it in the car?
Or call somebody and got it for me.
Okay, no one lives there.
It was in Cambridge.
Well, I'm just saying, no, she doesn't have any friends.
She was at Cambridge.
So she doesn't have, I'm just saying, hypothetically, she doesn't have any friends. She has no one living with her. She has you would have left your luggage in the car.
Then fucking leave your headphones at home, buy new headphones. You have $30,000 equipment.
That's why I question the $30,000 of value. I mean, her visa was in there. So yeah, after all that stuff that she's paid for, I wouldn't say it's valued at $30,000. Like, you're not going to sell that and make $30,000. It's a little dramatic, to be honest with you. But yeah, I guess my whole point that I wanted to talk about is the fact that there's no repercussion. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Jason's gonna lunge at
Oh. Yeah, it's gonna be. Did you see that lady judge get lunged at from that? Have you seen it on TikTok or Reels?
No.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Well, see, the Driven Dad's on your side. Why would you leave $30K in a stranger's car? But I don't think it was $30K cash. I think it was like estimated as.
But 30. even if it was 10, there's no way I would.
I don't know. I as much as I don't trust people, if I wanted to grab my AirPods, I'd be like, I'll be right back. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna like pull my fucking luggage out. But the whole point is not, this is not the point of the article that I wanted to discuss. I'm talking about the not having these companies support the customer or the driver when these kind of things happen.
Well, sure.
The company deactivates the driver. He's deactivated, I'm sure.
Right.
But then they're like, oops, sorry, good luck. File small claims court. So,
well, but again, what are they going to do? There's no mechanism for you to report what you have in your suitcases.
Well, yeah, that's true too. It's like the insurance company. They actually say, at one point I did take pictures of all this shit in here. They actually say take pictures of all your
Oh.
valuable stuff, or just take a video and then send it to a secure location. And then if everything burns, you just send it to your insurance company. Like,
you should do a video every year.
yeah, you should.
Mhm.
You know, not that everything, I mean, it's a couple $1,000s, but they're going to be like, oh, yeah, right. You really had a podcast studio in there? I'm like, fuck yeah, I did.
Exactly.
Pay up, bitch. I pay you every year. Never claim a thing. Candy bar. She should have had an air tag.
Exactly. She
Oh.
should have had that.
I leave 30K in the car on the
Who was
daily.
it that said that somebody had air tags and that everything was recovered because of air tags? Somebody stole something.
Air tags are not great. They, especially if they're not around other iPhones, which I mean,
Anyways.
only the cool people have iPhones, right, Jesper?
I don't have an iPhone.
Yeah, exactly. You're not cool.
I don't fucking care.
Anyways, the point of the moral of the story is apparently don't leave a candy bar and or $30,000 in the car. You guys don't trust anybody. RMI inspections.
I trust IMI.
Yeah, I do too. If you need an inspection for your car, go to the link in the show notes or the description of this video, and you can get an inspection pretty relatively quick. 10-15 minutes, costs you $19. If you don't pass, you don't pay. And yeah, it's just a good way to not go to the big tire shop or the mechanic shops, get nickel dime, a lot of this stuff. I always put this caveat in there. Don't be a piece of shit. If your car's falling apart, you ain't gonna fucking pass through this. Like, it's not a cheap way to get past what needs to be fixed. Go get your shit fixed. I'm just saying.
And you know it.
Yeah, but
And
I'm
you-
just saying a lot of these places do charge for it, and it's like,
Right.
do I really need to get my 3-year-old car inspected? Like, let's do the basics: my seatbelt, my windshield, my lights, all
Wait. It had to have seatbelts?
and they have to work.
What?
Yeah. So go to the link in the description to set up an appointment with them. We can't thank them enough. They've been a sponsor for a couple of months, and I hope to continue using them.
6 months now, right?
I think so. No, 3 months. 6 months? No, we podcast every week now. It used to be the package used to be like 3 months, but the problem is we podcast every week now. So it goes, they burn through their ad a lot quicker.
Goes right. Yeah.
Hoopdrides.com. Hey, if Jesper, go buy that right now. Don't let Steve buy it. Hoopdrides.com.
Hoopty rides.
Hoopty. Do you know what a hoopty is?
I don't.
So like it's kind of a I would say in the black culture they really like soup up like old cars and they would call it your hoopty. Like, it's not a piece of shit. It's, I don't know, hooptyrides.com. Right? Am I saying that, Steve? Hoopty is like a cool thing, like a cool car, I don't know. I mean, white people do it too, but I see black people have the lifts and everything, you know, where it bounces and stuff like that's. Like, that's my hoopty. I don't know.
Speaking of that, I meant to talk to you about this earlier. It was kind of fun. I watched that. Is it called like Car Masters? One of those shows on Netflix. And this last season, they took a Tesla and they threw a gas engine into it. So they converted a Tesla into a gas car.
Was there? What did it have? Like a smokestack in the front of it?
Yep. Yeah. It came out through the engine.
I saw a picture of that. And I swear to God, I thought that was AI. I'm like, this ain't fucking real.
It's a real car. It's a sweet car.
God, where did I see that? I mean, I am on so many damn sites. Oh no, it's a pile of shit car. Damn it! All right, I was way wrong. What do they call those cool cars that they're all like pimped out? I don't know. Hoopty is a piece of shit. Boy.
But yeah, no, that was a cool car.
I swear to God, I saw that picture. I'm like, this is AI created. Somebody just, oh my God. Because it had like a big smokestack. It was like black smoke coming out. I'm like, those hill jacks.
Nope.
Oh, the whip. It's your whip. This is my whip. Pimp.
Something.
Oh my God. All right, moving on. Speaking of Teslas, what a good segue.
I know, right? That's kind of
like I'm a professional.
So I was actually thinking when I put in this article, I know we talked about Teslas in the past, and because obviously Uber has been now for a while adding discounts to Tesla owners. Are you still getting an added for your Tesla? Or not Tesla, but your
the dollar EV credit?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm sure Tony does too, but it only goes up. You only get 4,000, which that's a lot of rides. If you're doing 4,000 rides a year, you're fucking killing it.
And
But-
then there's some, and this article is talking about that, like Florida, for instance, is giving $2.
Oh, really?
For Tesla drive. So
Fuck Florida.
there's some states where you get more and that kind of stuff. So, but what they're saying is that the Tesla has some problems with this whole model. So basically, in another move to electrify rideshare fleets, Tesla has teamed up with Uber to offer discounts of up to $3,000 on its cars to drivers. Tesla has been added as a partner to Uber's vehicle marketplace, where drivers can purchase new or used electric vehicles. The company will offer discounts ranging from $1,000 to $3,000 on Model 3 and Model Y vehicles. This comes after Hertz hit the brakes on its acquisition of more Tesla vehicles because of unexpected problems with the Uber partnership.
Yeah, because they're beating the fuck out of them.
It seems that this is the fun one. It seems that while Teslas are popular with drivers, Tesla's high tech and safety features can make them more costly to repair.
You no kidding. You have this spaceship and you're giving it to freaking Uber drivers.
Right. Meanwhile, Tesla launched another rideshare service in Tampa, Florida that will cost riders just $2 per person.
Yeah, we talked about that in the show.
So that's interesting. So interestingly enough, Uber drivers don't receive the discount until they've completed 100 trips in the new EVs through the Uber platform, and these trips must be completed before February 15th.
Oh wait, so you have to buy the car. You don't get the discount until after you drive 100 trips?
Correct.
Who would even buy a Tesla? Only a bitch would buy a Tesla.
I would like a Tesla,
Because you're a bitch. Only bitches drive Teslas and
I
electric vehicles. Tony's gonna fucking three.
know.
He's gonna go 3, 2, 1. He's gonna come cross.
He's gonna lunge at you. Nonetheless, this is cool. EVs make so much sense for Uber drivers if they have easy access to charging. They can save $100 and sometimes over $1,000 per month just with gas.
I think the biggest problem with renting an EV, not just a Tesla. I mean, Tesla. Well, there's a caveat here. Renting an EV is charging. Like a Tesla at least has a ton of stations and they're able to, and they quick charge like 20 minutes. I think it's 0 to 80% in 20 minutes, which is fucking incredible that how quick that is. Mine would take 90 minutes to do that. And I think that's the problem. And then people go home. Like I have an advantage to have a level 2 charger in my home, so I don't have to use public charging. I can work all day in my car and then go home at night. But when you're renting it, you're not going to install a level 2 charger if you're going to rent it. Although it wasn't, I mean, if you have the room in your box, it wasn't terribly expensive, but
so how does that work with your panels? Because I've asked, I talked about that because you don't have a battery. So
my solar panels?
Yes.
It doesn't work.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because you don't charge a battery you can then charge your car with.
So apparently the charger that I have, the company has some sort of switch that I can put. Well, I can't do shit because I'm not an electrician, but you can install it on your box somehow. And as the solar comes in, it will take any excess and send it to the charger. But the thing is like, A, that's really only going to happen in the summer, right?
Right.
B, my car's not going to be plugged in. I'm going to be out working.
That's the thing.
You know what I mean?
So you really need a battery.
But man, if you're talking, I know you keep harping on the batteries for solar.
No,
but I'm just saying, like it's just not cost effective right now.
Yeah,
it just isn't. It's so expensive to buy batteries.
I see that. My point is, they really need to put more energy into researching the battery, I guess research
technology.
Yeah, that's why they need to put the energy.
Well, I honestly think companies are taking advantage. I think you can buy a Tesla wall, which is their battery version,
right,
for like only $8,000, but then you still got to get somebody to install it, and that's, you know what I mean? So you can just go buy it, but like they wanted 13 or 14 grand per battery. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not paying that much for that.
If I ever get panels on my roof, I will put a Tesla battery on.
Yeah.
I'll put a Tesla more because it's like that's
The prices are going to come down for sure. I always recommend to people, if you're going to get solar, do not listen to the company and get as much as you want, because they're like, hey, you don't want to get too much because then it pisses the electric company.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah.
They have to, by law, have to do these all connects. Yeah, they might drag their feet on it, which they do because they don't want to, but get as much solar as you want. If you want 150%, fucking get it. I'm just saying that. So,
yep.
EV needs infrastructure before building too many more. Makes no sense to build many vehicles before infrastructure. Yeah, I think we're going to see a little bit of flop on the EV because they've pushed them out and it's flooding the market. And I think it's going to slow. I mean, I know other cars are coming out with it, but like Honda did it right. Like, you know, I mean, I love my car. I think the Chevy Bolt is one of the most affordable EVs on the market. And I think it's great. I mean, obviously they had some problems early on. There were some fires. They told you couldn't park in the garage. Not my year, but like early on, they had the Bolt had some issues. But I think it's going to slow down before it ramps up. I think by the end of the decade, you're going to see a lot more. But a lot of these manufacturers like Chevy and Ford are kind of backing off on the EV thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw another article earlier about another car. It was one of the known manufacturers that comes out with a new car and water.
See, that's dumb.
I don't know if it is, but I didn't read the articles. I don't know.
Well, it's dumb because that's not where we're heading. We're heading to the EV part. So let's upgrade the chargers.
We should have one technology, right?
But
I don't know. I really want solar power. I really want solar.
I would get it. I think it's worth it. I think, but just get more than you want. Get more as much as you want. If you want to be completely dependent on your solar, just get it. Don't worry about it. But I have had shitty months because the winter, of course, it's a little bit slower. But I looked at my bill. So obviously I'm charging, and then the Christmas lights.
Right.
My bill was $250. I got $7 back from Consumers Energy for the month of December because it's just cloudy and they only give me 50 cents on the dollar. But anyways, all right, moving on. Enough EV talk. I mean, I'd love talk. I could do a whole podcast on EVs.
That's what we need to make, a new podcast just about solar power
and electric vehicles. There you go.
There you go.
So this is a post on a DoorDash group. Are you aware that when you log in to the DoorDash app, they're recording all your activity? They know where you're located. I mean, I don't know if you never know when you see these posts, if they're like, if they're tongue in cheek, if they actually are serious, but like, yeah, bro, they have to know where you are. I wouldn't doubt if they know where we are, even when we're off our app.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, they fucking know where we are all the time. And it's like, if you don't like that, then don't do DoorDash or Instagram, sorry, DoorDash or Instacart or anything like that.
They know where you are.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, if you do not want them to know where you are, don't have a phone.
Yeah, don't have a phone in general. I'm sure there's a way to go into your phone and turn all that off, but like you can't use GPS. Anything location based, like if you're going to check in for like picking up groceries they have to know your location. They know that you're there. Like, good luck. Just throw your fucking phone away.
I know. And get off the
grid.
Yeah, exactly. So here is a story about and funny enough, I guess it has to do a little bit with, hang on. I need to get rid of all these stupid ads.
Oh, you love it. Love ads.
Oh my gosh. What the fuck happened there? Hang on. Never mind. Let's try that again.
We'll wait. I'll cut all this dead air out.
Sorry about that. So, what I was trying to say is it kind of goes back a little bit to what we talk about being, 1099 workers and all that stuff, because as of April, the minimum wage is going to rise from $16 to $20 an hour in California. And in regards to that, Pizza Hut is going to lay off most of their delivery drivers.
Yeah.
As many of What is it? How many was it? It was a ton of them. 1,200 delivery drivers in California.
Yeah.
Layoffs, which will take place through the end of February, come as California's minimum wage is about to go up $4. Fast food workers in the state are set to get a pay bump. And this is interesting because this is in California, which means they already have what's it called?
Prop 22. But
Exactly.
I'm sure Steve can answer this. I'm not sure this has anything to do with Prop 22. I think this is a general state minimum wage.
Well, yes, it is, but these jobs are gonna go to the delivery drivers.
Yeah, because they're
gonna go to the Uber Eats drivers and they are still gonna have minimum wage, right? So,
yeah, but it's still gonna be less because once you kick an employee out, it's less paperwork, less taxes.
Yeah,
you don't have to deal with all that shit. So that's why they're doing it.
Technically, it's easier for the companies. Why wouldn't they do it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's good for us.
There's no benefit for the employees at all.
Yeah, it does look like a lot of the chains plan to raise menu prices to offset the higher wages. I mean, you kind of have to. Like
the money's gonna come from somewhere.
I mean, yeah, they're just not gonna take a hit on it.
Absolutely. So, Pack Pizza LLC, operating as a pizza outlet in a worker adjustment and restraining notification act, noticed that the company made a pizza decision, a business decision to eliminate first-party delivery services, and as a result of the elimination of all delivery driver positions, according to Business Insider, the notice was filed with the state's Employment Development Department. So basically, they won't have any of their own delivery drivers. They will all be using services.
So Steve said the rule change kills Prop 22. So does that kill it in Seattle? Well, they didn't have it in Seattle, but didn't Seattle and Massachusetts pass something like Prop 22?
So they'll be subject to AB5. Yep.
Oh,
so
boy.
Prop 22 was Uber's way of fixing AB5, right? Or what? Not Uber's, but yes. So
Tony, stop.
Whoop-de-doo.
No, Tony said now Pizza is going to have to rehire them because Biden is a communist. Oh my God. I was going to comment on this article. This is crazy. I did not know this because, I'm not in wage law or anything. 15 states have laws in place that make the minimum wage equivalent to the federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour. So there's 15 states that the minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. And 5 states have no minimum wage laws. So they can pay you whatever. Well, they have to pay you at least $7.25 because that's the federal one. Are you kidding me? There's 15 states out there that someone that make $7.25 an hour.
And how can the federal minimum wage be?
I know it's been like that for they said 15 years or something like that. But that's fucked up.
The federal government should just not have as many rules on the state level as they do.
They don't. Well, the state can override it. I mean,
no, I know,
but it's still the states that don't. Oh my God. Michigan, it's $10.33 an hour for minimum wage. That's the state minimum wage.
Yeah, but I mean, even right now, try to get people to work at that.
Well, my daughter makes $11.85 an hour at Culver's at 16.
Maxo makes $13.75 at Meyer.
I know. Frank says $7.25 in PA. God damn it! That's crazy. I spend $5.20 a day on Monster. It just thinking about how low that money is. But Steve's son makes $19 an hour. Damn.
Yep.
Well, yeah. God, that's crazy. So what are you saying, Tony? You think that if you go to that state, they don't have a job that pays $7.25, or you're saying that they pay more, or you're talking about the states that don't have state minimum wages? But yeah. Anyways,
it's ridiculous.
All right, so this TikTok video, I think it's fake, or not fake. I should preface this. When I say fake, I mean it's someone created a preface. Someone created a video just for fun, it's like a skit or whatever. There we go, a skit. All right, here we go. Oh, basically, it's driver asking for wrong order back.
I gave you the wrong order, bro. This your order right here, bro. You ordered the checkers, right?
Yeah. You can just leave it on the porch, man. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. I got you, but I'm gonna need the other order back, though. That's for another customer.
I broke the seal on the order already.
Oh, That's fine. As long as you ain't eat it or nothing, then it's cool.
Ain't that like cross contaminants and stuff? Like, I mean, I wouldn't want to eat it if somebody else got my food, you know.
Hey, bro, quit playing with me, okay? I'm gonna let the other customer know what happened, all right? And I'm gonna let him know about the cross contaminants and whatever, and he can make the decision if he want his food or not.
Hey man, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I ate the food already, bro. You gotta be more careful, bro. But you can just leave my food on the porch, though, all right? Hey, yo, you okay? Hey, you good, bro?
You know that food wasn't yours, nigga. You knew that shit wasn't yours. You ordered Checkers. That's Cheesecake Factory in there.
Hey, man, you the one left it there, bro.
When you opened up the container, did it look like it was a big Buford sitting in that motherfucker?
Hey, don't make me call the
I
police.
think he got you up, Bazooka Dan. I think he got me up too. Hey, you got
hell
6
no.
seconds to cough that shit up exactly the way I gave it to you.
But I ate it already, man. Like, how I'm supposed to cough it
Well, I
up?
think it's time for seconds then, bitch.
He's like me. I always get a high Mickey Mouse voice when I get excited. Again, I think it was fake
It was fake.
because the ring audio was like crystal clear. Not like, I mean, obviously it wasn't. Yeah, but anyways, it's still. Is he holding a pipe? Yeah, he was holding something. He was gonna fucking hit that guy right in the head.
No, it was fake.
I was gonna say, what stories do you have like that from delivering food? But you only have done like one order.
Yeah, no.
The only stories I've never delivered the wrong food, but I did. I don't even know what. Sorry, Frank said you see 2 big Bufords. I'm an idiot. I don't even know what big Bufords are.
It's a burger from
Cheesecake?
No, from Checkers.
Oh, is it? I've God, I don't know if I've even eaten at Checkers.
Checkers make good burgers.
Do they?
Oh, they do.
This is a Michigan chain, but Mr. Burger, I give it a 5 out of 10. That burger, or did it ruin with it when we went out to lunch? Mr. Burger.
No, it's a good.
It was a 5 out of 10.
5, yeah.
But did it ruin it because our pop was flat as hell?
The pop was flat.
Yeah, that was terrible. Anyways, it's the Checkers burger. All right, I guess I need to try one of their burgers.
I mean, that's probably a 7 or 8. A Buford.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It's a good burger.
Not better than.
And their fries are good. They have good spices on it. So yeah, it's good fries.
Not better than Five Guys. I fucking love Five Guys.
You don't say.
I need to buy their if they're
not a sponsor yet.
If they're not publicly traded, if they are publicly traded, I need to buy some stock on Stash for that. Okay, real quick, last quick ad. Octopus tablet. If you are a gig worker, where the fuck is my thing? There it is. If you are a rideshare driver, not a gig worker, you definitely want to get this tablet. You can earn up to $100 a month. You do have to drive a lot to get that, but they also lots of times have giveaways for the drivers. I actually won $1,000. I'm getting a 1099 from them this year because I made over $600. But basically, it's a tablet that has games, keeps your passengers, interactive. Drunk people love it, and they play ads on there, and so the Octopus gives us a little bit of that revenue.
And now they have one tablet more than they
have
before.
one tablet more because Jesper had to send his back because he hasn't driven in so long. But so yeah, check it out. Five Guys.
I like that.
I read Frank's comment and I read it. I'm like Ron Burgundy. I was like, Five Guys. He said way cheaper than Five Guys. And I said to myself, I'm going to finish my ad and then I'm going to talk and say that comment. I literally Octopus tablet, check it out. Oh God.
Check us out.
Check it out. Checkers out. I mean, check it out. Link is in the description. Frank, you're right. Yeah, Five Guys is insanely expensive. It's insane. I don't know why. I think they pay their workers really well. I think they start at $15 an hour there, which ain't bad for a fast food job.
Whoa, we better stop.
I had
soon.
one beer. I haven't talked this long in 2 weeks. My God.
Oh yeah, but Checkers is not bad though. They're not.
All right, I'll try it out next time I'm out and about. All right, here we go. Yes,
so this is definitely, we've talked about these 100 times before.
I know, but this is fucking insane.
This is a definite, absolutely no freaking no.
This is from Grand Rapids too.
Yeah, I know, but would you do $108 for
Well,
3 hours each fucking way.
yeah. So it's
No.
basically it was already 6.5 miles away,
Right.
and a 193-mile trip, and then you got to drive back for $108. Do you remember when we would go to Kalamazoo and get 45?
Right.
It's fucking insane.
No.
It's so gross.
So I have to tell, and I'll be quick about it, but the very, very, very first time I had somebody who wanted me to drive them to to Royal Oaks from Grand Rapids,
Okay, which is Detroit.
north of Detroit.
Okay.
Right. It was fucking 1 a.m. in the morning, 1:30 in the morning, right?
Yeah, I'm listening.
And I picked them up. It was after a wedding, and they were drunker than drunk,
Yeah.
and they wanted to go home, right? So here's the conversations to go. See, they really wanted to go to Royal. He was going to pay me an extra $200 in cash, right?
On top of the app?
Yeah, on couple of and it was an XL. So it's okay, let's
Ooh.
do it. So then I go. So we went on the highway, and so I go, okay, it's fine, let's go. So we were just passing the college exit, and said, "How did you get here, sir? By car? Okay, well, where's the car right now? At the hotel. Okay, what hotel are you at? Such and such. Well, shouldn't we go there? Oh, yeah, I guess you can do that."
So you talked him out from going home?
Well, I mean, apparently, so it was fine, but he had forgotten he had a hotel room in town.
Oh, that's how drunk they were?
It was just him.
Oh,
and he had a hotel room and everything.
What an idiot. I never heard that story before.
It was the first year I drove.
Oh, Jesus. What an idiot. Oh, my God. So Steve says you pull up and tell the passenger it said you were making $250, then it changed to $105. Did they spend $250 or $105? If they say $250, cancel and take the payment. No, you pull up to them and say, yeah, I'd love to take you, but I'm gonna need an extra $200 on top of that. And if they say no, then you just cancel. I know there's drivers in the Grand Rapids market that accept all the long trip rides, right? They wait for a long trip. They go up there. They try to negotiate. If they say no, they cancel and go back. I mean, are they sitting in that lot for 6 hours waiting for somebody to finally take them up on it? Like, what a waste of time.
Yeah, Frank. No, I did not make the $200. I was going to get that when he got there. But yeah, no. But the rider did to Chicago when I negotiated $200. He gave me that $200 when I picked him up. So.
Yeah, I will not do. It's upfront only. I mean, money up front. That's the only way. And I have done a few of those, but I have not done a long trip negotiation in years. I mean, it's pre-COVID.
But that one was pretty good, actually. That was the one where they gave it to me 4 times, and it was XL, and it was, I think I ended up making $400 on it in cash. I mean, $400 after the $200 he gave me in cash.
Yeah. Money up front or nothing. Yeah, I mean, it's not. I mean, again, it's like whatever, but it's like, I mean, you can get deactivated for that too. So if you're a new listener, new driver listening to this, you're rolling the dice. Right. That's why you should be on both platforms. But honestly, I haven't even accepted a long trip ride because they're horse shit. I'm
always horse shit.
I'm not even going to fuck with this. Like anyways,
what was that?
We had a couple more, but we are over our time.
We're out of time. Time.
No more beer for you.
I know.
I appreciate what? What do you mean Instagram has disconnected? Anyways, I don't care. I don't know what happened. So thank you guys so much for listening to the Gig Economy podcast. Check out the show obviously at gigeconomyshow.com. Download the episodes. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you next week. And as always, don't put up with anyone's bullshit.
And we'll see you on the road.
Good night.
Good night.
So I think